Homes and businesses were left without electric supply most of yesterday due to a partial collapse of the national power grid. That was on Sunday, with generation failure falling by 60.15% to 1,255.78 megawatts at 3 p.m. from 3,151.74 megawatts at 2 p.m. Now, data from the National System Operator NSO shows that as at 6 p.m., the Transmission Company of Nigeria was still battling to restore the grid as supply rose to 1,705.74 megawatts. And the plants on grid, according to TCN, were okay, they mentioned the plants that were on grid and all of that, but looking at this story, on the lighter note, some people are like, we didn't even notice it happened because, they said some houses and, some areas were without lights, but some other areas have been without lights, so they didn't even notice this happen. But it doesn't mean that it didn't happen. Let's get your thoughts.
No, I noticed it personally. I did. I did.
Okay.
I also observed that we've been having light. The light has actually dropped from what it used to be in the area where I stay.
Okay.
Then yesterday, I also noticed it when the national grid fell off. So the minute they took the light, I think that was around 3 p.m. Thereabout. The minute they took the light, and now I had to get my phone. Immediately I saw breaking news. The national grid as another. So yes. I noticed it recently. The light has actually dropped. And I agree with that. But what's dropping the light? Could also be it's a system. Could also be they didn't explain why the lights went on. They just say it has dropped. So they didn't tell us if somebody went in there to steal, or is it that an equipment broke down or something. But the good part of it is that they were able to restore it.
But with our electricity, do you see us getting it all together anytime soon?
Currently we need to improve, even if recently there have been an improvement in certain areas. Unlike, there are some LGAs that have not had lights for 3 years, like my own LGA. Even if some persons are trying to put it up now, those persons won't notice it. And then production capacity will not even go on there. It will be very low. And then the cost of living, the cost of production will be high. Invariably, the inflation will keep rising because the people do not have enough electricity to power their system or to even produce. So if we don't get it right with our electricity or with our power sector, we'll keep facing the inflation level that has ravaged this country. And then it's not doing us any good. So if I'm providing my power or I'm supplying my power for myself, and then just for me to be able to produce, the purpose of being into business is to make profits. I have to add it there. So I think the country have to do a lot in our power sector. And the issue of tariff being so high and all that, it has gone so worst. It has gone, just a little, certain region or certain areas, locations, have power, they have increased or improved power system. And all of a sudden, we now had some persons now trying to allocate them to band A, band B, band C, and band that. And to wrap it up, if you get to that band A and see what they are going through, you feel for them.
What do you mean?
The way the meter is reading like the clock. I'm telling you, you can't even be comfortable using, small cubicle. You can't be comfortable using 5,000 naira a week. So if I'm producing and using higher machine outside the air conditions, and then I'm spending more on electricity, what do you think will happen? I'll put the cost of production on whatever I'm spending. And then the inflation will not come down in as much as we have steady power supply. Do you understand? And these persons we've regarded as band A, it means they have light for about 18-20 hours.
But we've heard from them, and some of them have said they don't even see that much.
They don't. No, there are areas that do.
But some areas do not.
Except they are not in band A. I'm telling you.
They are on band A. They got the information. You know, this when this whole thing started, right? People got memos from the power sector that look at what's going on. You're now on band A or you're now on band B. I've even interviewed one person here in the studio who told us that he got that information, but ever since then he has not gotten that number of hours that was promised for his band.
That's also part of the corruption in the system. If they are putting you on band A and you're not getting what you're supposed to, then
you're supposed to pay
they just what it means is that they just placed you in an area where you should be paying more and getting less. But there are persons who are getting electricity. I can tell you that for free. They are getting electricity and they are paying hell. Hell. You can't. In fact, I know of a man who is using just one room. Then he's using one AC and a television. AC, a television. And then 5,000 naira he can use it for 1 week. Just within 1 week, the next Monday you're paying for it again. So I personally went to view it. And I saw that it was reading like clock. So whether you were using something or not, as far as the light is on, it was just reading. So I had to call the NEPA, the electricity guys and say, we are not handling this. You have to go to the office, let them tell you what's happening. When you get there, you're on band A. So if you want to get us power supply, you want to give us steady power supply, why charge us hell?
You know, Nigerians have been expecting to hear something concerning this electricity increase, tariff increase from the president, right from when the Labour went on strike, right from that time. We've been expecting to hear a statement. And, you know, I was asking questions then, like, why are we just hearing about the minimum wage? The Labour's demands is more than the minimum wage. And then, aside that, even up till now, even during the presidential broadcast, Nigerians will say expecting something to be said concerning the electricity. Because no matter how you see it, amongst all the things that we are going through now, electricity tariff is one of the issues right now that's pressing. If you even listen to your own explanation on how, you know, it's biting hard on Nigerians, you realize that it's something that should be addressed. But we really haven't heard much about it.
The reason is because, you know, recently the government are portraying themselves to look as if they like to be pushed before they will do so. You know, last week, I came to this today, I said the president should address the nation before the strike. And then I was lamenting. I said, immediate. There are some things you say immediate. You want to give an order on this, and that would have even averted a lot. So, but we're making it look like the government, they must be pushed. So the people have to protest for the president to now address the nation. The people have to come up with one. Okay, we're also saying that the electric tariff has to come down. The president have not said anything. I was even listening to the northern elders today saying the president came to address the nation and did not even mention about the insecurity issue in that area. And a lot of persons are saying, even on the reason why the people are protesting, the president did not mention a lot about it. But all we see is that the president have addressed the nation.
What about the Maribond refineries?
The president not say anything. And then we're talking about the electricity tariff that is even higher. The president did not say anything. And then that didn't also give the people the hope that things we are getting better tomorrow. So why is it that these things are happening and the president or whosoever that is in charge is not even saying anything? And that's even leaving the people hopeless. So we must begin to encourage the people. And I've also advocated in this studio. I said, let there be a presidential chat. The president cannot say anything in just one address. Let there be a presidential chat. Not the chat where people will now begin to say, you ask this question. You ask this. And it happens. They write something and say, this is the one you ask. Don't ask this. Allow the people. Let there be town hall meeting. Where the people will come up, tell the president, tell those in government their problem. Not only the president, the governors. Why are we always even concentrating on the president? The governors, the various states, do they not have anything to do? Do they not? How come some persons do not have electricity in the area? And then some persons as low as transformer are complaining of not having transformers. So why are the government not doing anything?
That's a very big one, because that problem has been on for a long time. I'm never mentioning it. You see, it's very pathetic to think that some areas do not even have transformer. And then you're talking about some communities that have not even seen light. But let's look at this next story.